Hey, what's going on everybody? Rick here. And before we step into the theme park, something has reopened here in CityWalk. Cinnabon has reopened at its new permanent location right across the way from the Big Fire restaurant. The Lone Palm Airport Bar has added some construction walls, which I love the color of them, by the way. I wonder if this is any clue that maybe the Hemisphere Dancer is closer to returning to its home. I mean, the sign does say landing at Lone Palm Airport in 2025. I can see they tore up the concrete pad where the Hemisphere Dancer usually sits, so maybe this is in preparation of the plane coming back. Let's take a moment and enjoy one of my favorite views. A water taxi coming into port. A beautiful sight. The regular park entrance for Islands of Adventure backed up all the way to the bridge at the moment. Thank goodness for the pass holder entrance. I love it. I want one at Universal Studios as well. This is one of my favorite things now. Seems like for many people here, the spring break adventure has begun. The 2-park Unlimited Express Pass is starting to creep up in price. $276 today. The Fudge and Store, and what, you ask? And Wicked Treats. 2 rows of them, in fact. I'll just point out a couple things. There is a Wicked Pretzel Wand right there for $5. And I haven't seen this Wicked Cupcake before. It's $7. But there's cookies and Wicked apples and s'mores and macarons. Macarons are 6 for $20. As we move into spring, we're starting to get a shadow monkey on the wall. My mind is blown. I just discovered something here that I know I like, but I just discovered that I liked it like last week at Studios. And I was hoping that would be somewhere else in the area, not realizing it's here at Islands. I'll show you at the end of the video what I'm talking about. So if you walk straight through the port of entry, you'll eventually end up right here at the water. This is a view I show quite often on my live streams. Not so much in video, but I love it here. You can get a shot or a view of the Hulk in action with the Cobra Roll across the way. Going right now, in fact, the Velocicoaster over that top hat. And then in the background over there, you have Hogwarts Castle, Mythos, and the High in the Sky trolley. So just a nice place to hang out. Oh, the Hulk's going right now. Hold on. See, there it is through the Cobra Roll. So much fun. Yeah, nice place for pictures or just to enjoy the sights. I love it here. I love it. I think maybe we'll go clockwise today and start in Marvel Superhero Island. And we're just in time for the team meeting. Look at Spider-Man already spun in here. We have an extra oh, what? He's done already? We've seen him in better moods. He's so good at those pep talks, so good. Now that the team meeting is over, let's pop inside of the store and see if we can find anything interesting. I am not familiar with Q-Fig Max, is what this is, but they have a Hulk from Thor Ragnarok. Here is another Q-Fig. This one's not Max, it's smaller. And this is Captain Marvel. This one is from D-Stage. It's Wolverine, but there's no price on the box. This Hulk I would describe as more than a figurine. It is $2,365. If I had it just to spare, I would get it. This looks incredible. Oh my gosh, like a Hulk. for $1,800. This one's really cool too. I can zoom in a little bit on it. Wow. I wanted to go on this today, but right now it's a 45-minute wait for the Amazing Spider-Man. The headline on the Daily Bugle: the doctor is in and Spider-Man takes him out. You should read the article, it's pretty funny. They have 12-year-old Billy describing what happens. He goes, I mean, first Doc Octopus would attack Spidey, and then Spidey would attack Doc Ock, the young man explained breathlessly, and then they would switch. Into Toon Lagoon. I just want to point out, spring has sprung. I think those are azaleas, right? So pretty. Inside this store, a Hello Kitty bag I haven't seen before. $79 for this lounge fly. That's the front. There's the back, but it comes, check out the side here, comes with a little purse as well. For those of you who are fans of my merchandise series, buy this or maybe that. I'll try to do another one within the next week or two. The water ride, Popeyes and Bluto's Barges, should be open by the next time I do an update video, which will be next week. The worst thing about a water ride is getting your shoes wet, because they do not dry quickly. I have a hack for that, a tip. Look in the description box or the shopping tab of the video and you'll see what I'm talking about. Some very nice shoe covers that you should be wearing when you ride these water rides. The Ripsaw Falls Shack, being very animated. Well, a little bit animated. The scrim has been removed from this outside section of the Kong attraction, but they are not yet running buses again. Maybe by the next update video they will be. The shoe covers I mentioned earlier, I don't think you need them for the river adventure here, but most definitely for Ripsaw Falls and Popeyes and Bluto's Barges. Now, if you don't want to spend money for the really nice shoe covers, you could just get a couple of like shopping bags from one of the stores here and like wear the universal shopping bags over your shoes. Wet t-shirts dry pretty fast here in the Florida sun. Wet shoes and wet socks do not. There is something inside of the Jurassic Outfitters. I have not seen them selling in the park, though you can probably buy it on Amazon. Let's go take a look. For $40, that's 40, the Jurassic World Roar Command T-Rex. Let's see, the instructions say press and hold, and then record your voice and play back. Okay. Look at this. Dennis Nedry's can of Barbasol for $550. So I just got done talking to a team member who's had their epic preview day. They are telling me Monsters Unchained is going to be like one of the star attractions of the theme park. People are going to love it. And I was curious because it's very similar, like the ride mechanics to the Forbidden Journey, which makes me sick. And they're saying no, that they don't think Monsters Unchained will make me sick, despite being like the same like ride technology, which makes me very happy to hear. I hope it's true. It is still a dream of mine to one day do a video about me converting my Jeep into looking like a Jurassic Park Jeep. Very hopeful I can make that happen, within the next 5 years. This Jurassic food stand still under construction. In the comment section below, let me know when it comes back. What do you think it should be renamed as? Velocibites? 6-foot turkey? You let me know. What about the T-Rex? The line for the Velocicoaster. They're letting it go way out the door here. Why don't they use the extended queue, I wonder? But the end of the line right over there, it's a 70-minute wait. Something I just noticed about the Hogsmeade sign. It has a little TM, a little trademark symbol on the bottom right corner of it. There's a pretty long line for butterbeer. It goes way over there. What they don't realize is this side is open too. There's only like one party over here and like 10 parties over here. Shorter line right there. When you're visiting the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, do not let the wait time for Hagrid's deter you from getting in the queue to ride it. Currently 110 minutes, but you will love it. It's worth the wait. A tip for doing the spells at the magical wand spots. Smaller is better. It's small movements, not big flourishing movements. Oh, I wish I could have shown you. Apparently someone walking into Hogsmeade for the first time. She is still waving her hands, trying to dry her tears. So cute. St. Patrick's Day is coming, Easter is coming, so with that in mind, here's a couple t-shirts in the All Hallows Eve boutique. First, the St. Patty's Day black t-shirt, $37. And now the Easter t-shirt, also $37. Black t-shirt with this very colorful Easter bunny on the front. My apologies, that was the back of the t-shirt. This is the front of the t-shirt right here. Take a good look. But this is the front of the St. Patrick's Day t-shirt for sure. It's the front. The Lost Continent, where nothing ever changes except the t-shirts. I must admit I have sped up my pace around the park because I'm anxious to get to lunch. Because that thing that blew my mind near the beginning of the video has to deal with lunch. A food item at Confisco. Let me just cut to the chase and show you. From the starters side of the menu, for basically $16, the quesabria, bria beef, menonita cheese in a flour tortilla, served with bria kasume, guacamole on the side, diced onions, and chopped cilantro. I'm all done with my lunch and it was tremendous. That's the second time I've ever had a quesabria. The first time over at Studios for Mardi Gras. The little Mexican food tent over there has a quesabria. I just had it last week. That's why I was so happy to have found a quesabria here at Islands of Adventure. A slight difference between the two. The one over at Studios, that's a smaller size. It's like a sample size. And the cheese on it is meant for a cheese pool. So it's a little more gooey. Versus the cheese on this quesabria is meant to bring out more of the flavor of the beef. And it did. Both are amazing. I think the one they have here at Islands of Adventure at Confisco, a little more heat, a little more spiciness to it. And the consomme is awesome. That brings out a lot of flavor of the beef as well. So happy that they have a full-time quesabria here at Confisco. That's why they said, I mean, it's as permanent as a theme park food can be. There's also a Bria burger. Both of these items came about 2 months ago. The Bria burger is supposed to be temporary, though they are trying to make it permanent as well. The burger is like a 4-ounce patty with that Bria beef on top of it. But the quesabria, you know what? When you visit, you're in the mood for like a quesadilla. Don't get the quesadilla, get the quesabria. I love it. And I think we'll just call it a day now. I'm definitely leaving happy. Don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun. See you next time.
It's gonna be a good day.